Hello, my name is Pascal and I would like to welcome you to my 5B design presentation. I would like to ask you to keep one question in mind while watching this presentation. How would you like to live in an urban area when you grow old? This design proposal is reacting to current and future urgencies researched and identified in the first part of this thesis. I investigated in the urgency of overpopulation and demographic change. My aim in this thesis is to develop sustainable architectural responses tackling this issue. Overpopulation and the rapidly increasing demographic change is leading to segregation and isolation all over the world. I decided to locate the project in Glasgow, Scotland. The cultural and industrial centre and the largest city in Scotland is Glasgow. The abandoned site of the former meat market in the east end of Glasgow, illustrated in this image, is a great indicator of how an area can change based on the existence of an attraction. Here we can see the current situation of the site. My ambition in this project is to design attractive living arrangements and to establish strong multicultural communities. The location of the site has been chosen because of several reasons. First, because of the close proximity and connectivity to the city centre. Secondly, to provide equal living standards all over Glasgow. Thirdly, to close the gap between Dennistoun and the city centre, and last but not least, to re-attract people to Glasgow's East End. This master plan is transforming the 60,000 square metre large site into a humming and attractive place. The whole area is going to be made age-friendly, to invite all people to live, age, work, relax and connect with people in a safe environment. I'm proposing a master plan and design solutions which establish a new sustainable community within Glasgow's East End. This development is proposing the new community paradise, a place which is an attraction in itself. Next to multifunctional and age-friendly housing schemes, I am planning to reactivate and transform the historic shed of the former meat market. The once active place will host a new function once again. The historic metal structure, located in the south of the development, is going to be transformed into a market hall for locally produced and handmade goods. The reactivated market hall is framing the new Belgrove Square and provides next to spaces for commercial units, places for workshops, exhibitions and activities. Handmade products of local artists and creatives with small numbers can be displayed in cube shops, which are run by elderly engaging in the local society of the new community paradise. The whole area is being reconnected to Glasgow city centre with public transport by the new designed Belgrove station. The existing Belgrove station is positioned just across the street in the east of the site. The station is currently not barrier-free accessible and thereby displays a barrier for handicapped and elderly of this area. The master plan integrates a new station underneath the reactivated and transformed structure of the old meat market, connecting the new development with Glasgow's city centre. Here we can see the location of the station in the site plan. The station is positioned in the center of the development, at the end of the cul-de-sac, facing a historic sandstone building in the north. The new station is an adequate urban complement to the landmark, framing the boulevard in between. The new station is designed with universal design features, making Belgrove Station barrier-free accessible and thus provides public transport for everyone. The combination of the new market, station and housing schemes aim to establish a sustainable transport joint development, a new anchor and transit point attracting people to Glasgow's East End. Next to accessible public transport, modern ways of electric and shared transportation are offered. The main focus of this master thesis was to develop concepts for healthy aging rather than places for the elderly. Intergenerational community support and activities are key drivers enhancing everyone's quality of life. Therefore, the multifunctional buildings located facing Duke Street in the north are designed as block patterns surrounding a protected green courtyard. The floor space index of the development is 1.8, including the accessible roofs. The Athens Charter, published by Le Corbusier in 1933, proposes a low index number in order to provide adequate and healthy living arrangements, allowing light, air and sun. The coverage ratio of the development has an index of 0.4, indicating that only 40% of the site is occupied by the buildings. The block typology has several advantages and is chosen well considered. On the one hand, the block typology is respecting the surrounding context of the existing built environment and the common building typology of the historic tenement buildings in Denison and Glasgow. On the other hand, the block pattern can create dense and diverse building structures, enhancing community developments and sociability. Each of the 3 blocks is enclosing a shared semi-private courtyard. These community spaces are the green heart and create the identity of the new community paradise. The courtyard is a semi-private protected zone for the inhabitants, users and visitors of the buildings. The surrounding buildings create a microclimate, protecting the spaces from weather influences like wind and from noise as well as pollution caused by vehicular traffic. The elderly have a safe place to go for a walk and to get to know their neighbors at spontaneous and unplanned encounters. Children have a safe place to play without active civilians. The courtyards are safe recreational environments which are passively observed by the inward-facing glazed access balconies of the dwellings located in the upper levels. All inhabitants have access to a little piece of shared paradise just in the backyard. This section illustrates the different functions and activities happening on different levels within the building. The ground floors are designed as active ground floors surrounding and partly making use of the semi-public courtyards. The ground floor provides space for commercial units and public activities. The spaces are designed in different sizes, allowing a wide range of uses. Recreational facilities like restaurants, cafes and bars are located at the pedestrianized Belgrove Boulevard, facing the new barrier-free station and refurbished market in the south. The more commercial and public facilities like supermarkets, pharmacies, sport facilities and showrooms are located facing the busy Duke Street in the north of the development, connecting the site with the city center with vehicular traffic. The first floor is dedicated to office spaces. Designed in different sizes and for flexible use, these spaces accommodate different types of users and activities. There are spaces for open plan offices, hosting the New Community Paradise Trust, for instance. This is a local community charity arranging intergenerational events and activities. The charity aims to provide equity within the development and is managing the whole establishment with the support of volunteers. Other services located in the first floor could be health facilities, providing not only support to the inhabitants of the New Community Paradise, but to the whole East End. These facilities aim to preserve and enhance the health and well-being of all Glaswegians. Next to private and public facilities, there are dedicated spaces for intergenerational activities. Spaces for the exchange of knowledge and skills are provided. These are seminar rooms for workshops, coaching and/or private lessons, just to name a few. The aim is to provide spaces for intergenerational teaching. Students with learning difficulties, for instance, can benefit from a retired elderly engaging in intergenerational supportive activities. The second and third level of the buildings host the accommodations. The flats are designed for a wide range of user groups, focusing on disabled people with a need of supportive environments and universal design. Thereby, all flats are designed barrier-free and with the latest assistive technology. The inward-facing glazed access balconies are more than just spaces for circulation. The 2.80 m wide corridors can be used as extended semi-public living rooms. The alcoves in the wall are recessed spaces attracting people to unwind and enjoy the stunning view into the green courtyard. These spaces aim to enhance random social interactions. People can see and can be seen. The inhabitants can get to know their neighbors in a dedicated, safe space, always having the possibility to withdraw back in their own private flat. On top of the development are the accessible roofs. The roofs of the buildings are partly covered by semi-public greenhouses. Spaces for community gardening as well as privately rentable vegetable patches are provided. The semi-public botanical gardens on the roof invite inhabitants and visitors of the community to get involved in intergenerational activities. The roof collects rainwater, which is being used to water plants and to operate toilets within the building. The community kitchens and the large adjusting roof terrace offer spaces for community events. The accessible roof supports the universal scheme of the development: sharing, caring and coming together. The abundant supply of different attractions on the ground floor, in cooperation with the spaces for intergenerational activities, improve the quality of the whole area. Living locally is now possible through age-friendly designed spaces and a rich supply of facilities supporting physical and mental health. The new master plan successfully transformed the abandoned site of the meat market into a modern, attractive and humming place. The new development creates a new identity, attracting people to a place where intergenerational living equity is celebrated. The new community paradise creates a safe and livable environment where people age healthy and where strong communities blossom sustainable. Thank you very much.